to illustrate is in a pyramid with 4 levels, if I remember correctly. So at the higher level, you have nation states. On the second level, you have organized crime, those tier 1 threat actors that you see in the news, that they have a funny name and you see them all the time. On the third level, you have more independent groups, for example, those more like low-level defacement groups, or individual, like curious people try to find things, hack activists as well. And at the lowest level of the pyramid, you have opportunistic. Someone just playing around, they happen to found something, they exploit it. We had some similar attacks happening in the past in Australia, where someone just accidentally bumped into something and it become a data breach, gigantic data breach later on. So I usually see, like, even if you put that pyramid and overlay all the security and AI things that are happening at the moment on top, the same thing continues working. The highest level, the nation state sponsored threat actors, they are extremely more sophisticated. Their usage and their use cases is way more sophisticated than the second level. Their motivations is usually geopolitics. The second level, it's more like financial gain. The third level is usually they have more like political or some sort of agenda that they are pushing rather than just financial gain. And the last bottom one is just whatever they can find. It's just an opportunistic, they bump into something. So if you break in those 4 levels, the same thing applies. At the highest level, you have their own like custom built AI models for that specific use of attacking other nation states. We already have ransomware as a service for a long time in the industry at the second layer of the pyramid. So I would expect that by now we already have some sort of like evil LLM as a service to build exploits, for example. The third level will be someone with enough dedication going to any commercial AI and try to create exploits and jailbreaks and try to find ways to abuse and bend the rules slightly. And the last one, continue as is. They will use something ready that was distilled from the higher level of the pyramid and eventually gets to the lower levels. So as the same happens with vulnerabilities, for example, if a country, nation state has a 0 day that the other country, their enemies don't know about it, they will use that as a weapon. As soon as they know that their opponents are aware of these, they release to the public, everyone patches. So it disables the enemy weapon. They lose one, but it also disables the opponent. But that just drops one level. It goes to the threat actors in organized crime. They will use that to build their platforms as a service and continue their campaigns. Once that gets beat up too much, it goes open source, for example. It gets to the third level for them to cause havoc in the internet, and eventually trickles down to the fourth level as well.